This could be a little different. I'm gonna talk about when I got sober for somebody else and why it was a complete fucking failure. Not because I didn't get sober, but because I didn't do it for me. I mean, in reality, I basically sold my soul to somebody else. I mean, it's just, fuck. How was old I? 25? 26? Maybe? Maybe somewhere around in there, 25, 26. And I partied every fucking day. I was a drunk. 30 pack a day. And I still worked 12 hours a day. I was working at a factory and I'd work 12 hours, come home, drink my 30, pass out, get up, do it all over again. Every day. And I was making good money. I meet this girl. She's my everything. And I'm living with my mom. I'm paying fucking like $500 a month to live in the basement room, which is not heated. Concrete floor. Floods. The works, buddy. And I shit for furniture. And I couldn't afford, because I was drunk too much, man. I couldn't afford shit but beer and fucking gas to go to work. But, and my child support was $180 a week at the time. That's why I worked 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. And it wasn't a hard job. It's not like basically I looked at a piece of plastic, wiped my hand on it, make sure there was no scratches, so on and so forth. But anyway, be with this girl. I quit, I mean, because she acted like it was a problem because she wanted stuff and she wanted me to afford everything and yada yada, so on and so forth. So I got sober, quit having friends, quit existing, quit everything, and was just work, home, work, home, work, home, to be with her. And I can say that it was her fault. I can say blah, 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 whatever I want. But I know that I didn't do it because I wanted to. I did it because she wanted me to. And that's not how shit works. And I mean, all I did was make me depressed. Working every day to come home. And she was not happy. And I wasn't happy because I gave up everything to be with her in my eyes, you know what I mean? And I got other kids too, and this bitch is jealous of my kids and just, and I think it's my fault. So I'm trying to correct everything that's wrong with me, and that's not how shit works either, if her problem in reality was she didn't love herself. So she was afraid I was going to love something more than I loved her. And to be honest, in the end, I did, because but I mean, and to be honest, my kids lived fucking 2 states away. And in the end, I thought somebody was messing with my kid. So I'm depressed, trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. And because I worked all the time, this bitch is cheating on me. I quit everything for this bitch. And I didn't do it for me, I did it for her. So, I mean, in the end, it didn't work out very well. Because, I mean, what happened was, I said, fuck all this, and started partying again. And I hadn't partied in a really long time. So I could not control myself as well as I should. And I got a bunch of DUIs. Well, I got one DUI. Because the other one got thrown out because it wasn't inside of a car. It wrote me a DUI for walking, which is not how it works either. And that got thrown out, and I got a driving on revoked instead, which makes no sense either because I wasn't in a car. But that's not the point. I did get a DUI. I did deserve it. I was doing 90, and I was fucking hammered, and I didn't care about life. And in my mind, yes, I was wrong, but I've come to understand that, giving somebody a DUI and destroying their life because they were trying to destroy their life isn't how we should help people. I've come to understand that it's not how it should work at all. I mean, if the person's, the police officer even asked me if I was suicidal, and my answer was, "Not anymore, huh? You caught me." So, I at that point in my life, this was 15 years ago, by the way. So it wasn't like yesterday that I had problems. Yes, massive fucking problems. But needless to say, I'm going to tell you how I failed to fix them at the time. Because, I mean, getting sober for somebody else, fail. Sacrificing who you are for somebody else because you think that their issues are yours, fail. And to be honest, all it did was break everything because I was afraid to stand up for myself at the time. And to be honest, I mean, and working that much for somebody else, it destroys your work ethic. You don't want to work hard for anybody else ever again. You either love me for me or go fuck yourself. You won't get any goddamn money from me at all. And that has been a reoccurring situation in my life, which, is what it is. I'm not your slave. Nope. And that lesson in my life 15 years ago taught me that, because at the time, my kids that lived in Arkansas, which I was paying child support. This bitch is jealous because I'm paying child support. That's her money. And as she's leaving me, she tells me, I'm going to get what she get. No, you're not. And that was when I realized, you really are just here with me for the money. It has nothing to do with, no matter what I do, no matter what I change about myself, no matter how I better myself, it doesn't matter because you don't love me at all. You love the money. Fail. Epic fail. Complete fucking fail. And those were my fault. I mean, I take full responsibility for the failures of those because everything I didn't do it for me. I did it for somebody else. And I mean, I've overcome that now, but then I didn't. So if you're trying to fix yourself, but you're not trying to do it for you, you're not broken. I mean, if you realize you have issues or something, and you want to fix them for you, do it. But if you're going to do it because somebody else told you to, and I'm not talking, you got 6 DUIs and you got to be sober because the police. No, I'm saying if your girlfriend's telling you that you are the problem, and it's because of this, and this, and this, but that person doesn't want to change anything about themselves, then it's a bad idea. I mean, you have to want to change for it to even matter. I mean, and I changed for all the wrong reasons. And it didn't do anything but make everything worse. I mean, the sex was horrible because, you know what I mean? Drunk sex is fun. Drugs and sex are fun. Regular sex all the time. Actually, when they're cheating on you, only getting sex once a week, there's an issue. I'm just saying, man. I mean, those were epic fails in my life. And I regret all of it, man. And as well, because I couldn't drink and I couldn't smoke pot because I worked at a place that did hair follicle drug tests. So I couldn't smoke weed, I couldn't do anything. And drinking wasn't allowed because my girlfriend said so. So I reverted to when that they legalized K2, and man, whew, that was one hell of an addiction. So I mean, well, I can't do that because you said it makes me this way, so I do this because that's what you do because she smoked weed. Needless to say, come to find out, because I worked weekends. It was 12 hours a day on the weekends, and then I worked 3 8-hour shifts. And then if I wanted to work overtime, I worked the extra. I worked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 12 hours. 3 8s, 2 12s every week. And it was at least every other Wednesday, if not every Wednesday. But, I mean, it really doesn't even matter. I mean, the more that matters is that I got sober for the wrong reason. I didn't do it for me. And it was definitely an epic fucking failure. And in reality, it led to a different addiction because in my eyes, she was allowed to do that. I should be allowed to do that too, because the reason I had to quit drinking is because I was a mean drunk. And in reality, I was a fun drunk. I was awesome. I was happy. She was mad because she would be mean and I wouldn't care. I'd be like, I'll piss my pants right now, bitch. And then I'll lay in it and laugh at you. I wasn't that bad. But, I mean, when she started being mean, I would drink heavier. Like, keep telling me because I ain't listening. So, I mean, that is why I gave in and quit drinking, because, like, she was kind of right, but, I mean, she ego tripped me and manipulated me into being a bad person because she knew that I would overdrink if she would just be mean. And in reality, she wanted me to overdrink so she could cheat on me and shit. So, I mean, let's just not point fingers. I know that I failed when I quit drinking because I didn't do it for me. Is more the moral of the story. Not who did what, how they did it. The failure here is the fact that, yeah, I quit drinking. I got sober. But I didn't do it because I wanted to. So, I mean, epic fail. And I mean, that whole time, I'm focused on this, that, and the other. And I'm not getting to see my kids because I'm so busy trying to be this for her and shit. And it was an epic fail. I failed because I kept trying to fix me to be good enough for her. And in reality, there was nothing wrong with me. And that was the real problem, is I couldn't accept that there was nothing wrong with me because I was convinced that she was right about everything. And sometimes, man, if it's not for you, don't do it. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, I'm just going to leave this here. This is probably the most messed up, but it's the truth. I mean, yes, getting sober is good. But if you're not doing it for you, you're just going to do it again. And I mean, like, if the reason you did it for fucks you over, you're going to fucking relapse hard as shit, is more the moral of the story. Because that's really what happened, is my whole reason for everything that I did, every fixed thing I did, to learn that it was all a lie, because everything that I was doing didn't mean shit because she was cheating on me the whole time. So I sold my soul to be good enough for her. And no matter what I did, I would never be good enough for her because it wasn't me that she loved, it was the money. And then she tried to use this excuse, it's me, and it fucked me up. It did. Like, because when we get fucked up and have sex, we'd have sex for fucking hours. But if she belittled me when I was sober and shit, I really didn't even want to have sex. And then that was the issue, is I always wanted to make love, or I wanted to, because, I mean, you took away drunk sex. I just want to get my nut and go to bed. So, I mean, And that sounds fucked up, but I mean, it's the truth. And to use that against someone when you know that the reason you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just a manipulation tactic. So don't do don't do things for other people like that. Don't change you or try and fix you to be good enough for somebody else. Because if you're not good enough for them the way you are, then fuck them. Trust me. That has been my biggest failure in fucking life. Is trying to fix something that somebody else told me was wrong. And in reality, there was never really anything wrong. I was awesome. You're allowed to drink. You're allowed to exist. You're allowed to have a little fun. When people try and belittle you and tell you this, and then fucking the reason you act out like that is because they're completely up your ass and trying to get you to act out. People are manipulative. Don't ever fix yourself for someone else. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible idea. And I failed there. And I failed a bunch of things trying to fix myself when there was nothing wrong with me. And it drove me mental. It really did. In that point of my life, I lost my fucking mind. And I screamed for help, and everybody tried to, oh, you're crazy. There's something wrong with you. No, I'm depressed because my whole life's a shit show. And nobody cared but me. I mean, when you have kids with somebody and you've already failed once before, it's really hard to let go and not be a parent anymore. Because, I mean, if you lose one set of kids, once you lose a second set of kids, it's just kind of, it really is hard to do. So, I mean, and when you work that hard at something, and just to have it shattered right in front of you is really dog shit. That was my biggest failure, I think, was getting sober for her and not doing it for me.